The call came while I was in a client meeting presenting quarterly projections to 15 executives. Ms. Daniels, this is Mercy General Hospital calling to confirm your pre-operative appointment tomorrow for your kidney donation surgery scheduled for Thursday. I excused myself, my hands trembling. I'm sorry, what surgery? Your kidney donation for your sister, Vanessa Daniels. You're scheduled for final compatibility testing tomorrow at 9 a.m. Surgery Thursday morning. I never agreed to donate a kidney. Silence. Then carefully. Ma'am, we have all your paperwork on file. Signed consent forms, psychological evaluation, medical clearance. You've been approved as a living donor. Send me everything. Now. 20 minutes later, I was staring at documents with my forged signature. Medical histories filled out in my mother's handwriting. A psychological evaluation claiming I was eager to save my sister's life, conducted by a Dr. Matthews, who, I discovered, was my father's golf buddy. My parents had medically trafficked me. I called my father immediately. Oh good, the hospital finally called, he said casually. We were handling the scheduling to reduce your stress. You forged my signature on organ donation papers. Forge is a strong word. We expedited the process. Expedited? You're trying to steal my kidney. Steal? His voice turned cold. Your sister is dying. You have 2 perfectly healthy kidneys. It's simple math. It's organ theft. It's family duty. Vanessa has been on dialysis for 6 months while you prance around with 2 kidneys you don't need. I do need them. They're mine. Stop being selfish, Caroline. We're your parents. We know what's best. I hung up and immediately called my lawyer, then the police, then the hospital's ethics board. But the call that changed everything came from my sister Vanessa herself. Car, please, she sobbed. I know you're scared, but I'm dying. Please don't back out now. Back out, Vanessa? I never agreed to this. Mom said you did. She said you were just nervous about the surgery, so they were handling logistics. They forged my signature. They committed fraud. No, that's not. Mom said you signed everything weeks ago. She said you wanted to help but were too anxious to deal with details. Vanessa, when have I ever been too anxious to handle my own medical decisions? I'm a healthcare administrator. Silence. Then quietly, they said you'd already agreed. They lied. The silence stretched longer. Finally, I'm going to die without a kidney. There's a transplant list. I've been on it for 8 months. My kidneys are failing faster than expected. The doctors give me maybe 2 months without a transplant. My mind raced. My sister, my spoiled, enabled golden child sister, who'd gotten everything while I'd gotten nothing, was dying. And my parents had decided my body was the solution. Vanessa, did you know they forged the papers? No, a pause. I mean, I suspected something was off when you never talked to me about it directly. But Mom said you were processing emotionally. And you didn't think to call me. I was afraid if I brought it up, you'd change your mind. Change my mind about a decision I never made. She started crying harder. I just want to live, Car. Is that so wrong? I hung up. That evening, my parents showed up at my apartment with 2 police officers. Our daughter is having a mental health crisis, my mother told them. She's refusing life-saving medical treatment for her sister. I'm refusing to have my organs stolen, I told the officers, showing them the forged documents. They committed fraud and are trying to force me into surgery. The officers looked deeply uncomfortable. This is a civil matter. Ma'am, one said to my mother, you can't force someone to donate an organ. She already agreed, Mom shrieked. She's backing out to hurt Vanessa. I never agreed. Check the signature. Compare it to my actual signature on my driver's license. The officers left. My parents didn't. You're killing your sister, Dad said flatly. You're trying to steal my organ. We gave you life. You owe us this. I don't owe you a kidney because you had sex in 1992. Mom slapped me. Hard. You selfish monster. Vanessa is dying. Then give her your kidney, Mom. I'm not a match. Neither is Dad. No. Convenient how the only match is the daughter you don't give a damn about. They had no idea what I would do next. First, I went to the hospital in person. Not Mercy General, a different hospital, where I had myself thoroughly tested. Blood work, imaging, everything. The results were illuminating. I was indeed a match for Vanessa. But I also had something else. Polycystic kidney disease markers. The same genetic condition that was killing Vanessa, just not expressed yet. My kidneys were time bombs. You could be asymptomatic for years, the nephrologist explained, or it could trigger any time. But with your family history and these markers, keeping both kidneys is medically advisable. I had him document everything. Next, I filed charges: forgery, fraud, attempted coercion for organ harvesting. The detective, Rivera, was horrified. I've seen people steal identities for money, but for organs? That's a new low. The investigation revealed more. My parents had been planning this for months. They'd accessed my medical records through Vanessa's husband, who worked in medical billing. They'd had multiple consultations about the donation process, all pretending to be me. But the most damaging evidence came from their own phones. Text messages between them. Mom, Caroline will never agree. She's too selfish. Dad. Then we don't ask. We tell her after. Mom. What if she refuses the surgery? Dad. We'll guilt her into it. Public pressure. Make her look like a monster. They even created a GoFundMe page. Help Caroline find the courage to save her sister. It had my photo, my name, and a story about how I'd promised to donate but was getting cold feet. $15,000 raised, none of which I knew about. I screenshot everything and posted it online. My parents tried to steal my kidney. Literally. They forged documents to schedule me for organ donation surgery without my consent. They raised money in my name. They committed identity theft, medical fraud, and tried to guilt me into surgery. And now they're calling me a murderer for wanting to keep my own organs. The internet exploded. #KidneyGate started trending. The GoFundMe was shut down for fraud. The hospital launched an investigation. Dr. Matthews, my father's golf buddy who provided the fake psychological evaluation, lost his license. Vanessa called, enraged. You're destroying our family over a kidney. Our parents destroyed our family by trying to steal my organ. I am dying. And I'm sorry about that, but my kidney won't save you. I have the same genetic markers. I'd be giving you maybe an extra year while potentially triggering my own kidney failure. You're lying. I sent her my medical records. Silence. Then, you could still buy me time. At the cost of my own life? I'm your sister. And they're my kidneys. She hung up. The criminal case proceeded quickly. My parents were arrested for fraud, conspiracy, and identity theft. The image of them in handcuffs made the local news, then national news, then international news. Parents attempt organ theft from daughter became a global headline. They were released on bail but faced serious charges. Dad's law practice crumbled. No one wanted an attorney who'd commit fraud for organs. Mom's position at the church, she was treasurer, evaporated when they discovered she'd stolen from one daughter to save another. But Vanessa's reaction was the worst. She went on a media campaign, painting herself as the victim. My sister would rather watch me die than undergo a simple procedure, she told a morning show. She's always been jealous of me. I responded with medical facts. The simple procedure has a 3% mortality rate and 20% complication rate. I also have the same genetic disease. My kidney would fail in her body within 18 months. The public turned on her quickly. Then came the twist no one expected. A stranger saw the story. A teacher from Minnesota who'd lost her son in a car accident. She was a match for Vanessa and wanted to donate. I couldn't save my son, she said, but maybe I can save someone else's daughter. Vanessa got her kidney. The surgery was successful. She'd live. My parents were convicted. Probation, community service, and massive fines. They lost their house paying legal fees and restitution. They texted me from their downsized apartment. We did it all for Vanessa, to save her life. No, I replied. You did it because you see me as spare parts for your real daughter. You could have saved her yourself. I could have, if you'd asked, if he'd respected my choice, if he told me the truth about the genetic markers. Instead, he tried to steal from me. Family helps family. Family doesn't forge signatures to harvest organs. It's been 2 years. Vanessa is alive, thriving with her donated kidney. She occasionally texts, trying to rebuild our relationship. I didn't know about the forgery, she insists. Maybe she didn't, but she knew something was wrong and chose to stay quiet because it benefited her. My parents? They've become cautionary tales in medical ethics textbooks. The case study is titled, When Family Becomes Predator: Attempted Organ Coercion Through Fraud. Last month, I started showing symptoms. The polycystic kidney disease that runs in our family is beginning to manifest in me. I'll need monitoring, possibly dialysis in the future. If my parents had succeeded in taking my kidney, I'd be dying now. They knew the genetic risk. The medical records they stole showed it clearly. They didn't care. They were willing to sacrifice my life for Vanessa's without even asking. That's not love. That's not family. That's attempted murder with a scalpel and good intentions. They had no idea what I would do next. I survived. I kept my kidneys. And I made sure everyone knew exactly what kind of people they really were. Parents who'd harvest their own daughter for spare parts. They wanted to save one daughter by sacrificing another. Instead, they lost both. And they have no one to blame but themselves.